Whoa, I don't even want to beef with you. I mean, waking up to this shrimp. Hey, I just look like that, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I know how to fight. I was nice. Hey, man, say, man. I let my money talk for me, man. You know what I'm talking about? My watch costs more than jewelry set up. Jewelry box.
I'm really built like that. Like, she was trying to give me cause before the video, I hear just saying I'm finna sign everybody that got merch. And so she felt special and she had threw her jacket on there for me to sign, but it ended up like a little bit of it went past my face, went across my face. And so, yeah, she was just, after the fact, she was just apologizing, da-da-da-da-da-da.
These the same people who basically told them, y'all need to get up in the truck instead of running up out of the truck. You can't run up out the car like that and you knowing other people supposed to run up and get them up out of there. I want y'all to really pay attention to that, man. This is a revolving door. We have to really open our eyes to the fact of what's really going on. They supposed to been instantly telling Dolph, hey man, watch behind you, dog. Next thing you know, Makita Raven them, they people who was working in there at the moment, they didn't even give him a notice. It was no notice. Like at the end of the day, we have to really look at that, man, because one person, me and Jay, she pulled up after everybody cleared it out, after they took the tape down, and y'all know when Maurice was still mopping, she pulled her phone out, and I want to send my condolences out to his family, number one, because I'm just going to give my commentary on the things that's going on, and I really want y'all to understand, man, you can dig deep if you want to and go get the proof from Memphis because it's out there, man. If you got your ear to the streets, you know for a fact you ain't really got to look too far. I want y'all to understand, man, PRE hasn't been the same since Young Dolph been gone. Too many people sit back there and say, Key Glock, man, you should have dusted off everything that was in there before you even went in there, man. Like at the end of the day, I want y'all to really pay attention to this, man, because in all actual reality, if we open our eyes, we can understand what's really going on instead of looking at the BS. Like at the end of the day, man, we know for a fact that it's too many people who didn't root for Dolph, man. They wouldn't root for Dolph, and if they was really on Dolph's side, they wouldn't let Dolph get sent up in their cookie shop. At the end of the day, man, the tax place is right on the side, and we already know for a fact that Maurice was in the laundromat. He put too many clothes up in there, and why would you even try to come back? Like at the end of the day, why would you try to come back and make yourself look guilty? That's why when they put Marcus Thorne in the handcuffs like that and walked him to the car and his dreads were shaking and he's like, man, y'all gotta really understand, Maurice Hill was all the way back, like past the tax place. You know how when you walk out of Makita's, you gonna open the door, like you gonna look over. Once you do close the door, you will be able to see the tax place right here. It's boarded up. It's all boarded up. Like at the end of the day, it's right in the middle of the laundromat in Makita's. I want y'all to really pay attention to this because the perimeter direction of where Maurice walked to, he went in the laundromat, came back out. That's what gave him the dead giveaway. That's why the MPD, they already said, we got to watch him. They said, we got to watch him. They said, Maurice, he had to have something to do with it because his car parked right there in the middle of the crime scene. Like at the end of the day, in all actual reality, it's too many people who know for a fact that Young Dolph, the cars that he had up there, he had the white car up there, which was Marcus Thorne car, and it was the C8. Like at the end of the day, like Youngsta had the keys, man. Y'all gotta understand that, man. It's sad that Moneybagg Yo even got himself into this because they mistaken Ari truck for Big Jig truck. When whole time Ari and Big Jig got their truck from the same Bentley dealer. Y'all gotta really understand that, man. And just because Ari got the chrome on the side, Big Jig don't got the chrome on the side of the Bentley truck. Y'all gotta really look at that, man. The chrome piece at the bottom is the only thing that Big Jig had on the truck. This is what, like, It identified who truck it was once they did the analysis and the fingerprints came back off the truck. I want y'all to understand. Big Jook know for a fact that if they wouldn't have told all them females what was going down, he would have never got caught. I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about that, man, because at the end of the day, we know for a fact it's sad that he even had to go through that. Free Big Jook, man. R.I.P. Dolph, man. Like at the end of the day, man, they let Govan out, and he was the one who carried it out. I want y'all to understand that, man. Once Govan walked out that building, his cousin was waiting on him outside. They was already 3 deep, and they had 2 cars behind them because they already knew for a fact that they was gonna be on their bumper. CMG got their inside beef going on, and Govan, he trying to stay out of it. Govan trying to fall back because he know for a fact they know he snitched. If he didn't snitch, he would have never got out. They would have never lowered the bond, released everything. I want y'all to really look at that because the people who was on their phone, they had their phones up like this. They was recording everything. Once you got your phone up and it's out and it's recording, it's over with, man. Like at the end of the day, we really got to be mindful of this because we know for a fact Young Dolph put a lot of people on, and the people who he put on, half of them didn't even ride. Only Kenny Money was the only one who stepped out there and went sliding for his homie. He said he ain't got to say no words because what's easily said don't need to be explained. Like, I want y'all to really look at that, man, because in all actual reality, if you from the streets, you know for a fact you can't go out there with your head chopped off like a chicken, man. Like at the end of the day, you know for a fact you got to be equipped with them things on. You got to have them blickies in the car or in the trunk wrapped in the shirt. Like, y'all got to understand this, man. Because in the all actual reality, we know for a fact the thumpers that they used, them was the same thumpers that they said they used when they was blowing past Marcus Thorne when he was instantly trying to get up out of Makeda's. And then by straight drop even turning around and blowing like this, that gave them an easy dead giveaway because they already said, like, hold on, Marcus Thorne, that's how they was able to get the good shot, the good angle of him even being right there. And this goes to show that a lot of people sit right there and look at it like, Marcus Thorne, he was going through the parking lot, he took right off, started blowing, buh, 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 buh. He blew a couple times, man. Next thing you know, they answered, they got up out of there. Like at the end of the day, man, once they pulled off, Marcus Thorne already knew it was over with because he had to run back in there to his brother. In all actual reality, we know for a fact that too many people who get took it down all because they in their phone. They said Dolph was in his phone. This is coming from Makeda Raven, quote unquote. I want y'all to really understand this, man, because in all actual reality, we know for a fact that it's sad that this had to happen, but Young Dolph, I wish Young Dolph would have moved up out that hood, man. He should have never been standing around the hood knowing that half of them in the hood don't like him. Now, I'm going to take a moment of silence just to get that across, man. Young Dolph had too many people in his corner, man. And there's no way he got sent up at his untimely demise without even knowing that this was finna happen. Like, y'all gotta understand, he thought he was shooting a music video. Snoop Bands, his hair wasn't even cut, so where was you at, buddy? And word around Memphis, they looking for Big Moochie Grape. Y'all gotta understand, Castelia, that's where Young Dolph used to reside, and a lot of people know for a fact that Big Moochie Grape, he not finna be about that life if his own people looking for him. Like at the end of the day, man, in all actual reality, we can really look at it for what it is. Like, we already know for a fact that MPD, they ain't playing no games, and once the feds jumped in and they got Govan and they got straight drop Cornelius Smith and Big Jook, it was over with because Blac Youngsta already said that Moneybagg, yo, he implemented himself up out of it, all because of one thing. He didn't want to go down, and we already know for a fact he didn't want to go down for what happened to Dolph because all them diss songs, they use Yo Gotti music, all them diss songs he made over them years. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All them, y'all know what I'm talking about. All them songs that he made, they already used it against Big Jook. So this is a sad situation that had to happen, but we know for a fact that A lot of people, they don't want this to really go down the wrong route because Big Jook, he didn't deserve to get snatched up like that without a bond. And Big Jook, he couldn't get out. So y'all know for a fact, if you can't get out, that means somebody told. If somebody already out. Everybody locked up but Govan. Everybody locked up but Govan. I'ma just let that soak in. How do y'all feel about Govan not really doing what he said he was gonna do? He said he was gonna carry out the plan instantly. Go ahead and let them hit up Dolph while he watch. Y'all gotta understand, man. They gave him the keys to the back of Makita. This is why Blac Youngsta had them other dudes pull up. Just to protect them boys. Y'all already know them boys is straight dropping Cornelius Smith. They just released one of the other dudes, y'all. The dude with the dreads. That was the main one who Shondell Burnett told, you need to get out of town before they come get you. He didn't get out of the city. If he would have got out of the city, that would have never happened to him, man. Because in all actual reality, you can really pay attention to it and take it for what it is. If you sit back and you really pay attention to it, Young Dolph told them the game. He had to learn it on his own. Yo Gotti didn't want to tell him the game. Yo Gotti wanted him to do all them songs and lead open verses. So Yo Gotti could basically sign Young Dolph and promote the songs that him and Young Dolph did, knowing that it's a hit the whole time. He don't want Young Dolph really in the mix. Like at the end of the day, man. Like we know this, man, and we know how the streets work. If you from the streets, man, throw them 222s in the comment section, man. Because y'all gotta get heard too. If y'all from the streets, y'all gotta get heard. Like I know a lot of y'all want to speak y'all piece, man. We just gonna sit back and we just gonna watch it unfold because they let two people out. The two people who they let out, they just let one dude out today. And when I said they only let one person out, that's when they only let Govan out. They let one person out today. And dude, they literally dropping a whole case from him. Saying he had no indications that he was there, that he was involved, that he knew anything that was about to occur or happen or anything. You see the type of people that we are? We the type of people that look at it and be like, you know what? He ain't used no common sense when he went and took that money. That's why Govan in the situation he in. And Big Jook, he didn't even want no money for it. He passed the money down. He gave Yo Gotti 20K and Yo Gotti put up another 20K and then they carried it out, man. Y'all gotta understand, man. Everything that was dished out, it went to the right people. And they did that to Dolph, man. R.I.P. Dolph, man, because I wish he was still here. I wish he would still survive it, just like he survived the Carolina incident. When y'all already know when they were shooting in Carolina and Blac Youngsta got locked up. Yo Gotti just did a show. I want y'all to really look at that, man, because they wanted to take Young Dolph out then. Young Dolph was supposed to have been gone then. They was already tired of him. Jay-Z already said he keeping himself away from Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti can't come to none of his parties, y'all. Y'all gotta understand that, man. And by them keeping their distance, it makes it to where once Jigga get done in the studio, Jigga leave 20 minutes to an hour before Yo Gotti even get there. This goes to show he don't want to be around that, and especially while they hot. You don't want to be around your homies while they hot. You know if your homies hot, you finna fall back from them, man. You know you're not even finna go out there and stick your head out there. And in all actuality, we know for a fact the cookie shop, that footage shows Yo Gotti brother across the street. In all actuality, man, we really gotta pay attention to that because a lot of people sat back and thought it was a game. They thought it was a game, and then they came and picked them up. You gotta understand, they ran Big Jook plates before they even put him in the car. Y'all know how it is. If you riding around with tinted windows and you got 4 dudes in the car and the tent ain't 5% tint, it's you got all them other percentage of tint, y'all know for a fact you gonna instantly see shadows in the car, 4 shadows. That's why they pulled them over. Too many shadows in the car. You gotta have the windows down, bird's eye view. Like at the end of the day, that's why Big Jug got into the situation he in. And a lot of people, they already looking at the blue surgical mask that he had on with them gloves. Like, y'all gotta understand, Big Jug was ready to hop out and run down. Big Jug, he knew what he was doing, man. That's why a lot of people sit there and say Big Jug was the main one who could have basically avoided all this from happening. Or he could have basically stopped it because he was the one with the walkie-talkie in his hand and he had his other iPhone in his other hand. He talking to Moneybagg Yo on FaceTime and he instantly to everybody who in there with them gloves and them hoodies. Y'all gotta really pay attention to that because it's sad, but in all actual reality, this could have happened to Yo Gotti. And Yo Gotti, I got a message for you. You already know, man. Yo Gotti, you could have easily just called it off, man. You could have called it off before it got too deep, man. You know you could have called it off. They put that man in the mix. They put that man in the mix, man. And in all actual reality, we know for a fact, once you get put in the mix, it's over with. It's over with. Y'all already know that. That's why people walking around pulling their shirt up over their face like they got a mask, imitating what Straight Drop did. I want y'all to really understand what's really going on because in all actual reality, ain't no cuts in this, man. They was cut though when they did that to Dolph, man. A lot of people sit back and look at it and don't really take it for what it is, but in all actual reality, like if you from the streets, you already know they tweaked because they got caught. A year and a half later, almost 2 years. Was it worth that? And then your brother locked up, so they got y'all on the radar. They got your old girl who had the bonnet on. She was the main one with the yoga pants, who they kept on saying, you gotta watch her. You gotta watch her. She was the main one opening doors for all the people in SimG. And you know for a fact that BGE, they know they ain't rocking with PRE regardless of what's going on, but I rock with PRE and I'ma stay rocking with PRE. At the end of the day, we know for a fact it's too many people who got caught up in the middle of this, man. Y'all know for a fact that you go out there, hop right in your car, instantly run into your ops, man. Like at the end of the day, this is why young Dolph sat back and said, man, bruh, I ain't trusting everybody, bruh. I'm gonna go to where I gotta go and come right back. This is why he was moving the way that he was moving, and people didn't understand the way that young Dolph was moving. Young Dolph was moving the way that he was moving. He knew for a fact Govan was on. He knew Govan and them didn't like him, man. When he was on that stage with Yo Gotti, he already knew at some point in time they was gonna have to see each other again. And this is why the feds is really looking into this really deep because they saying like, hold on, they been beefing for these many years, and Yo Gotti, he been signing these artists, and then once he signed Blac Youngsta, that happened in Charlotte, all these incidents occurring. I want y'all to really pay attention because when the feds come, they got a 99% conviction rate. You can't be out there reckless, man, acting crazy, man. You gotta really do what you say you gonna do, man. If you gonna slide on the ops, slide on the ops. If you gonna be in the house, be in the house, man. Like at the end of the day, man, you know what you doing, man. Yo Gotti and them know what they did. Big Jug, and I'm gonna take a moment of silence, man, because I know Big Jug locked up right now. Big Jug got the paperwork off the door, man. They already said Big Jug, once he walked out, he already got the paperwork that they was investigating. Y'all gotta understand, man, it was the CI up in their camp. who basically told. And this is why Govan got out, man. This is why they speculating, thinking that Govan was the one that did it, when Govan was the one who basically he pushed for a lower bond, just like anybody else would do it. Just because he got out there, I mean he snitched. But at the end of the day, we know how it is now. A lot of people snitching and ain't getting violated for it, man. Like at the end of the day, they already said in Memphis, you snitch on anybody in Memphis, especially if they in PRE, BGE, or CMG, if I'm not mistaken. They say they gonna get down on you. They say they gonna run down on you. You gotta move out the city. And they gonna make you pack your bunk. Like, a lot of people be ducking their taco, knowing whole time that they real life ain't about that life. In all actual reality, we know for a fact that it's too many people who sit back and they could have easily settled it a whole different way. If they would have settled it a different way, Young Dolph would have never got sent up because of an open verse. Like at the end of the day, we already know this, and people sit back, they tweaking. They tweak, like for real. The way that Yo Gotti opened the doors for 42 Dugg, it goes to show that 42 Dugg, once he do finally get out, they already said Moneybagg Yo already exposed him and dropped the load. That's why the feds came to get 42 Dugg for the stuff he was doing in his hometown. They said Moneybagg Yo was the one who opened his mouth, and I know a lot of people say like, man, that's Memphis business. That's Memphis business. I understand that, but you gotta understand what goes on in Memphis stays in Memphis. So we all gotta really pay attention to that, man. This is something that we all can really look at and really put a finger on and be like, why would Moneybagg Yo even put himself in that predicament to tell on his homie? Because when the pressure come, the pipes bust. Ooh, that was deep. When the pressure's, when that pressure on, man, is over with, man, y'all already know for a fact that CMG, they not gonna be the same when they take the head, which is Yo Gotti. Big Jook already gone, that was the assistant. I want y'all to really look at that, man, because it's no way they blocked off the back of his car and then hopped out the car and ran all the way around there. No, they said they already was blowing from on the inside, and from what they already said in Memphis, they said that Houston speaking right now. They said Houston, they coming out, and they coming out with them facts, y'all. I want y'all to throw in the comment section where y'all from, man. I want to know where my subscribers from if y'all been on the channel. Like at the end of the day, if you're new to the channel, man, welcome to the channel, man. I want y'all to really look at that, because from what they saying, and this is sad, and in all actuality, we know how the street works, so we can't be mad about it. They said they sent shots from inside the cookie shop. That's how Dolph ended up like this, with the arm out the window. You see, if somebody was inside of this podcast that I'm sitting in the podcast right now. Somebody was inside this podcast. Now this podcast having windows. If they was to instantly, I instantly fall back and my arm go out the window, and whatever's in my way, it'll instantly knock it out the way, like push it across the room. That's why they said one of Young Dolph's shoes was over there by the counter. And I want y'all to understand, Young Dolph didn't wear the same shoes over and over again. No. He had on the same clothes for like 3 days, man. Y'all gotta pay attention. He saw them when he was at that gas station, man. It said it had to happen, man, but in all actuality, man, we live right now. By us being live right now, we know for a fact that everybody who sat there and saw Young Dolph phone over there under that chair, once Raven them grabbed that phone, y'all already knew what it was. It was over with, because he don't have his phones locked, because he ain't got nothing to hide. Young Dolph, all the stuff he had in his phone, they instantly. You feel me? They got the codes to all his safes and everything, man. Y'all gotta understand, man. That's where he get all his Apple Pay, everything, man. It's sad, man. But at the end of the day, we know for a fact, Raven them got that phone. It was over with from there, because they saw what they needed to see. They deleted what they needed to delete. It's no traces to Makita Raven them even saying that he can shoot that music video in there. And what's so ironic, Jeremy, he already said Makita Raven, she deleted the stuff out of the phone from the day that it actually, like, y'all gotta understand, the day that he went up there and he was promoting their cookies in that white truck, she deleted everything up out of the phone. Even from that day, this is what goes to show they tampered with his phone. And the feds is not liking that, y'all. I want y'all to understand, when these women get together, especially if you're still in the street, all her friends know what happened with Dolph. So for her to take a picture with Dolph 2 weeks before Dolph gets sent up, then next thing you know, you signed to his ops label. Like, at the end of the day, we know for a fact that a lot of people, they send back looking at Glorilla like, man, your credibility shot now. Because for next 2 times, every time he have a show, his show gets shut up. Like, why he with you? Like, y'all gotta really understand, this is coming from Memphis and Atlanta. This is sad because in all actual reality, we know for a fact that this is a revolving door. And a lot of people sit there and look at this like, Big Juke, he didn't get a bond. And from what they saying in Memphis, they said they did him like DJ Pat. They said that they just let Govan out just like DJ Pat. That's why Govan going through what he going through. A lot of people sit back and look at it like, hold on. I rock with PRE more than I rock with CMG. Number one, end of the dough. Like, at the end of the day, a lot of people sit there and play both sides when all actual reality, you can't even play both sides. You can't be mad at no side. They was beefing. It's RP Dolph for nothing, man. If you rockin' with Dolph, man, throw them 999s down in the comment section, because there's a lot of people sit here and look at this like, Key Glock bust that man window. He did not like that. He was out of town. Once he came back from LA, he asked him, man, why would you bust the window, man? And you already know we already beefing with them. Now I gotta do extra stuff. Like, I want y'all to understand, Key Glock started laughing. He started laughing. And I want y'all to really pay attention to it. Key Glock is not related to Young Dolph. Key Glock is only around Young Dolph because me and Jay said, could you put my nephew into play? Paper Route Woo, he knew it was gonna catch up with him once he had his pants down while they was doing a hit. You can't do no hit and dress the same way that you dress in public. Like, at the end of the day, I know a lot of people at a certain criteria and they feel because they rapping with Dolph that they own or whatnot. Y'all gotta really look at this, because Big Moochie Great, he already said that Snoop Bands was the main one told Paper Route Woo before he even hopped out the car, man, pull your pants up, man, so you won't fall and so you be able to control the Drake. Y'all gotta understand, they said the one in the front with the head on. Y'all gotta understand, the one who had the fisherman head on. Hey, the Bass Pro Shop said that 3 people walked in, and it was 2 dudes who matched the description of who sent Young Dolph up. Mr. Pierce already said who was there. At the end of the day, that's why Paper Route Woo rushed over there and started doing a turkey drive. And in all actual reality, we know for a fact, the man Snoop Bands, as soon as he walk out, the truck, y'all know the U-Haul that they use, the one that Makita Raven them said they can't park in front of their store. Y'all gotta understand. The man Paper Route Woo say, hey man, fix your hair, man. You said you went to the, you feel me, the barber shop. Like, at the end of the day, his arms was under the thing. Like, at the end of the day, if you at the barber shop, what you gonna do? If the cape over you, you gonna lift the cape up a little bit and you gonna be texting your homie. Say Dolph text you 2 times. From what the reports and the examiner reports is stating, when they examined his phone and went through all his unlocked, but y'all gotta understand the apps that he had on his phone. Y'all know them apps, them vault apps. At the end of the day, we know for a fact you can have any number with the vault app. Any number. If they call your phone, it's going straight to the vault, and you just check it as if you had your notifications turned off for your messenger, or you had your notifications turned off for your iMessage. I want y'all to really pay attention to what's going on, because in all actual reality, the way that they pulled up in that white car, man, they already knew it was over with. They knew it was over with as soon as they pulled up in that white car, boy. I told y'all, this man This man literally, he jumped out there, he hopped out the car, he bailed out the car. Next thing you know, Snoop Band's already tried to grab him like, hey man, pull your pants up. He had on the same Jordans that he had on in multiple pictures on Instagram. This is where it come into play of being the dumbest criminals. I want y'all to understand, PRE knew for a fact that CMG, they couldn't get the ups on him unless he let his guard down, man. I want y'all to really pay attention to it because Young Dolph already said out his mouth. He said, man, I gotta watch the people around me, but I don't know who to watch. Snoop Band's already said, like, man, Paper Route Woo, man, we gotta take him up out the box. And this is what, literally, like, they still puzzled by this. And Mia J said, why would Key Glock do it? Why would Key Glock even keep himself distanced from them if they didn't do it? Like, I want y'all to really look at this because it's sad that it had to happen to Dolph, but in all actual reality, we know for a fact Dolph put too many people on. And for him to get sent up over an open verse, like at the end of the day, what was your purpose of asking Young Dolph for an open verse? Just so that you, what was you gonna do with it? You was gonna put it on your album and make it seem like you the one that came up with the song? I want y'all to understand, man. Key Glock already told that man, it ain't gonna go down like that. We gonna do this a whole nother way. That's why when Mia J walked in, she already said, the dudes that was in the white car had the other dude driving, and the dude that was driving was Blac Youngsta people, man. I want y'all to understand that, man. Blac Youngsta, he falling back because he know for a fact that too many people know that he was there. Y'all gotta understand who was in the back seat of that Bentley truck. I want y'all to throw them 111s in the comment section if y'all know who was in the back seat of that Bentley truck. Big Juke ain't pull up there by himself, knowing that it's going down. He pulled up 4D. The truck was fulled up. Y'all gotta understand, man, that's an expensive truck for him to have at a crime scene. And then he still rode around in it every day. That's why Angela Simmons said, y'all moving funny. Like at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be with you, Gotti, but y'all moving funny. This is what goes to show you can't trust the people who has an ulterior motive against your game. Y'all know for a fact that Young Dolph knew Paper Route was gonna take off. Once Paper Route took off, Young Dolph already knew he was gonna get the camo cars. He knew for a fact that he was gonna have at least 3 Mercedes. He knew he was getting that C8. Like at the end of the day, I want y'all to pay attention to it because when Dolph had took off, they already knew it was over with. Because we already know for a fact, the water, man, they in hot water right now, man. They dropped the ball.